So I've done 2 layers of paint on this layer right here. So when I screw up the fabric, it's a gray tone in case I get a sheer fabric. I haven't picked out any fabric quite yet. But things seem to be holding pretty good. I do need to get some more screws and some washers just to help secure, because the little screws that I got, I don't want over time the laminate to pop through the screws. So I'm gonna get some washers when I screw up the fabric, so it just gives it that extra added support, and go from there. So I think right now I'm gonna get the boards that I pre-painted and put them along the outside, and then possibly work on the bench. I do need to find some board to cut around here, just little sections, so then I can screw these back up, because that Velcro helps hold the canvas. So this is what I just cut out and put in the little slats, so when I need to screw these on, it has something to screw to, and then the Velcro will hold on to the canvas. And then I'll paint this, and then it'll also be covered up with the fabric. So I have all 3 sides in, and I had leftover insulation from the ceiling, so I've just added that in to help kind of with that barrier. I'm kind of in the shade, so it's kind of hard to see, but so I just cut it, and I had enough to do all the sides with extra insulation, and really I only put it in there to help hold the board, so the board wouldn't warp in towards this empty hole. So that will help just keep it straight. And then on this side, this is the side that has the tail lights. So what I did is I cut a little circle on either end, so then I can easily kind of grab and pop it out, because I'm going to replace the wiring and the lights. So when I'm ready to do that, I can just pop that back out and then put it back in. So I just have one more side to do, which I'll need to cut to size real fast and then touch up the paint. Over here I had some holes. I had this hole, which was the water tank, the propane tank, and then the water release tank valve. So I removed all of them because I'm not having any water or kitchen in the pop-up. So what I did is I took some spare board and I liquid nailed it, and I screwed it out here. And then these, this is a door stopper that I liquid nailed and put some tape here to kind of hold it into place while it cures, just to give it a little added support. I might put the aluminum on it though, now that I look at it. So the idea was to be able to just like kind of cover it, so it didn't look like there was a big gaping hole. And then I have to do the one underneath, that I'll need a spray foam in that one, just because it's not reachable through the inside of the trailer or through the camper. So that's kind of what I was working on. Figured I needed to do that before I secure the boards. So I unscrewed everything and lifted the board pieces up from in here so I can take care of those. And here's a shot of the board. So the boards aren't cut evenly, but I figure once I lay the flooring down, I'm going to caulk around the edges to help make everything seamless. So today has been a good progress day compared to the last several days I've had where it's been setbacks. So I feel like I'm finally getting some headway on this. So I did end up putting the metal on it. So I just cut a piece of metal and liquid nailed it again. So my plan is to let it all dry. I'll remove the screws once the liquid nails have cured, because I also glued it from the back side, and then sand this all down, and then I will be using Flex Seal over it. So I'm hoping that liquid nails sticks pretty good on it. If not, once the back siding dries and I remove the screws, I'll just have to epoxy it. So I'll kind of wait and see how this one does before I do this side. So I got this side and this side done. What I did, because this lip made it really hard to get the full piece in and cover the whole section, so there was a little gap from the board. So what I did is I cut one of these boards, or not boards, these wood slats, and I cut it to size and it fit right in there, and I was able to just shove that in, and then I'll paint this all one color and it'll all go in together.